Hi, my name is Rakibul Haque. My ID is 9304075. My application is called What You Want, in short, WUW. This app is basically a service app for people for hiring and doing a particular job. As you can see, this is a welcome page where users register or sign in to use the app. If you want to just get an overview of the app, you can just use the skip button, and this will take you to the main activity page where you can see what this app is basically about. So if you want to hire some like any kind of thing, like just address, you want to send a message, and this message will directly take you to it will be sent to the admin, and you can share the location as well, like something like I need help. But since this is a um, like a guest account, so it'll take you to the login page and ask you to log in. So let's go back, and I'll show you how to register. Over here you can enter all the credentials and details. You can enter your number. My account already exists, so I'm just showing you the message. Will come when you try to make an account that is already there. So I'll show you now. Now let's try and send verification code. But since over here normally this OTP comes one-time password, but since this is self-detect OTP and this is an emulator, it can't be detected, or the message cannot be sent because it doesn't own a cell service or some kind of thing. I'll show you a preview of the verification code. This is a verification code that normally comes, and you can enter it and it'll take you to the login page. Now let's go to the login page and we'll try to log in ourselves since I already have an account. So you can enter your username your number and your password, and you can log in. So now it took you to the same page, just logged in now, and you can hire anyone you want and what kind of service you want. This is basically my name, and it'll show you what kind of this is a profile basically, and this is about the app, what do you want, what the app is doing, and basic details about the app. Now these are the standard charges, the charges like what do you want to do, what do you not want to do, or something like that. I put in rupees because I'm Indian, and you can log out if you want. Now over here you can send email. This button is basically send email to the admin if you want to send email or something, and if you want some changes in the app or something, then you can send, and it'll go to the admin, and it can make some changes. Now let's go hire something. Then basically this option is for if you have saved some in your last time you logged in, then it will save automatically and you can use it next time. So I put my address in. Normally you can type any message, and this is a payment method you can pay, and this will again go to the admin. But since this is a emulator, it can't be saved. it can't be, SMS can't be saved. Normally I used SMS intent to send SMS to the real phone. You can share your location, and the location is shared, and the location will be gone to Firebase. So basically, if you see over here, there's a real-time Firebase, and I just used it right now. So over here you can see my name is it's already filled up, and you can my driver, I need help, and this is a basic message I've used, and I used PayPal as a service. So this you can use. This is the Firebase, and it'll show you all kinds of users, real-time users, like my own users, your location, and the type of user. There's a guest user, then again this man on the number, the Indian number. So now basically that was a brief introduction about the app. So now I'll explain you my code. So basically since I've only got 8 minutes, I cannot explain the entire code. So basically I used over here Firebase referenced data Firebase. So you can see the real-time database where everything is being saved. So basically the register over here I've used on set on click listener. It basically transfers you from one page to another. So I've used it here. So even for login, so it'll take you from the welcome page to the login page. Even for register, it'll take you from the welcome page to the register page. For skip also I've used the same thing. It'll take you to the direct guest user. We can see all the this will take you to the main activity page, and you can see what's going on, not going on, how I explained right now. And next is the register activity, where you are registering. Now you can see over here this is a register activity page, so you can over here see that from line 37 I use set on click listener to check if the field is empty or not. You have to enter all your name, I just showed you, the phone number and password, and if the field is, I'll check if the field is empty or not. And let's go to line 56. Over here you'll see I have here this I have used to check if the user is registered or not. If the user, it'll check if the users are already registered. It'll show a message as I showed you, account number already registered, because my account is already registered. Now next we'll go to the OTP activity. So basically in this we send verification code and for the user to check by the number they entered. So let's go to line 133. Over here, as you can see, it shows send verification code to verify the phone number, and it sends OTP to the number you mentioned, the user mentioned. So now, if you check in line 142, by the method of phone auth provider, we get the callbacks and send the code in and save the code in verification ID variable. Now, basically after that we go to by 153 and till 163. Basically over here we check if the verification code that sent exists or not. Then let's go to line 75 to 80. So basically over here we verify code and call a function. After verifying the code, we call a function create account, and from 82 to 108, basically they ask you all the credentials, like details like phone, name, password, and address. On success will reach on to the login activity. Now after that, let's go to the login activity. So basically this is the login activity where the credentials are checked and whether the user exists or not, and the user is logged in to the main body. So basically now let's go to the line 76. Over here again, set on click listeners is used. By using this button we check if the field of phone and password is empty or not. Then let's move on to 96 to 106. Over here you can see by this function we initialize login and allow access to the user. Now from 108 to 183, this part check admin credential is correct or not. Basically admin, this is a predefined admin credentials I have defined before in order to check the code, in order to give the admin rights. Now let's go to 110. Over here you can see here we check the credentials for admin login. Now let's go to 123. Over here we check the credential for user. Then 149, if you go 149, here we check if the user credential incorrect, then show the message please enter correct password. I have not shown that because I didn't try that because it was short time. Now after this, after the user is logged in, we go to the home activity. Now here we basically this is the page where we can hire and do all those things. Here we assign all the buttons. If you see from 79, basically from 79 to 76 to 89, we assign all the buttons like electrician, plumber, driver, etc. for hiring. Then if you go down, you can see I've again applied set on click listeners to electrician button, for example, to get user from home page to the message page for hiring electrician. It's same for the both. I have same for all of them. I have applied the same thing. Now from 258 to 282, if you go over here, this is the navigation item selection for selection. Now if you check, after this we reverted directly to the message activity. Over here, if you check from line 76 to 90, basically again I have applied the set on click listeners We assign set this listener to the location button to check if the permission is granted or not. And then let's go to line 262. Over here, basically, in this function we get the location of the user, like latitude, longitude, and put it in the hash map through all the put it in the hash map, and that we can see in line 274. And after that we save it to the Firebase. Next is, if you go to 146, over here again I use set on click listener. We apply listener to check if the message field is empty or not, and check the payment method and get the address of the user and get the phone number and other information, and it saves it to the Firebase. Now after this, let's head on to number 294. So basically, over here we use SMS intent. Even you can see in 216, I use the SMS intent to send SMS to admin and Firebase of the whatever message you're sending, as I showed you. Now let's go to the Gradle script. Over here, I've used all the dependencies. As you can see, I've used Espresso and I've used the Google Firebase to take help of the real-time Firebase and database. So that's it. Thank you for listening.